Hey everybody, welcome back. My name is Mr. Rich. We're going to be going over Unit 2, Day 2, Commercial Applications. This is my contact info, objectives. Wire a commercial system, install, test, and troubleshoot devices. So we're going to be utilizing the bays. In addition to that, the tools you need, MC cutters and EMT bender. We're going to be doing some pipe bending. Materials, 1/2 inch EMT, set screw connectors, 1/2 inch strap, 14-2 MC cable, 15 amp breakers, anti-shorts, red bushings, devils, luminaires, single pole switches, and GFCIs or duplex receptacles. So we're gonna go over some of the tools that we do need. So we have to have a torpedo level, lineman pliers, wire strippers, helps to have your screwdriver set. You have diagonal cutters, and you have your measuring tape, nose pliers. In addition to that, our handy reaming tool for a conduit. Helps to have your outlet testers in case you don't have the fluke or the hot stick, non-contact voltage tester. So we're going to be heading over to the bays, and we're going to be going over the conduit, our home runs, and important things to keep in mind, and most importantly, for the students' safety. Student safety is priority, so it's very important that we discuss all the material used in our wiring system. Okay, we're going to be using a power drill, particularly an impact, the Phillips bit. We're going to head over to the bay and check it out. All right, so it's very important for student safety that we use Red Devil anti-shorts because we don't want to strip any cable because MC gets very sharp, so that can cause a short circuit. Students' safety is priority. So here we are. This is our metal bay. So we're utilizing 15 amp breakers here. And then here we have a pull box, our home run. We have a 90-degree bend right here. So for 90-degree bend, it's important to have our sub height, and we use a take up 5 inches for a trade size of 1/2 inch. Okay. So now, from this box chart, which is our outlet duplex, we have another run here. This is our 90-degree bend. And then from here, we have another 90-degree bend going to a coupler. This is EMT coupler. This coupler right here is most particularly used for anywhere where there's vibration, like conveyor belts, things like that. It does the same job though. From here we have a 90 going into the box, and these are parallel configuration. Now, from here, this run goes to the switch. So from the breaker here, connects to the switch, this turns on these two luminaires right over here, which are in parallel as well. So now it's very important to make sure that you're using MC connectors and the anti-shorts. Again, it goes back to safety. We don't want to strip any of the wire. So we're going to go ahead and test out our panel and make sure that everything is functioning as it should. We're going to go ahead and energize the disconnect. Red light indicates that we're hot. So we're going to go ahead and energize our breakers. There we are. Great. So now, to make sure that we have voltage running for the outlets, we can either use a outlet tester or a hot stick. First things first, we're going to measure to check our outlets are working properly. We're going to plug in our receptacle outlet tester. We are make sure that we're on here. We're indeed on. Very nice. This is a good problem to have. Okay, so this is running, this is on. However, this one's not on. We're going to go ahead and investigate that. We'll get back to this, but we're going to test these out as well. Very good. This is a good troubleshooting that we're gonna have to get into right now when we open up these boxes. So we're gonna go to test our luminaire, make sure that the lights work at the very least. Very good. So we have our lights turning on. So we're gonna go ahead and de-energize the circuit and very quickly troubleshoot. So if everything's perfect, it's not good. So we want things to go wrong. We want problems, right? So we're gonna go ahead and check out this receptacle first to make sure that everything's connected as it should. There we go. There's our problem. So in this installation, there's a no connection. Okay. So the way to fix this is we're gonna go ahead and remove this wire and go ahead and terminate these two wires to this receptacle here. So we're gonna grab our screwdriver set. It's very important that we don't use the power drill on the devices because some students may be doing that as like a fast way to do it, but it just messes up the devices. So it's one thing to keep in mind. What we have there is a short path. So we'll go ahead and wire these as they should to the outlet. All right. Now, we're gonna grab our outlet tester and we're gonna troubleshoot. Make sure that indeed fixed the problem. All right. Now here's another unnecessary wire connection that we have here. Okay. So this automatically is not good. So in order to fix this, we're gonna do just as we did here, but with the neutrals. Gonna make new terminations from scratch. First neutral on, here we go. Now the other. There we go. Another, the ground. Absolutely at no point will we ever have this, okay? All these have to be terminated properly. We're gonna splice this properly, as we should. These are things to look out for. You know, in a rush, you know, this might happen at work, but as you know, it can be a problem, okay? But it's an easy fix. It just requires to re-terminate and splice again. So we got our ground here for our device. And all we're gonna do is terminate this with all other wires. Okay. And have that good splice. All right, I'm gonna get that on there real good. Just like that. Just a little trick. There we go. There she is. All right. Now, we're gonna need our lineman pliers to get these all spliced. Or you could use your nose. Nose pliers work good, right? That works. If you don't have linemans on you at the moment, you can have at it with some nose pliers. Pull test. Make sure everything's good. Now, make sure that everything, that was the problem. I'm gonna go ahead and connect that, energize the panel right again. Going hot. And there we have it. 2 indicator lights, meaning that it's good now. So now this is good. We have to make sure that the other 2 are good as well, because one of them there was a problem there. Well, sometimes fixing this can fix that. So let's check it out. Here, it's a problem, maybe similar. And this one as well. So now it's time to troubleshoot these 2 right here. We're gonna go ahead and de-energize the panel and the disconnect. So now let's open up these boxes and see what's going on with these ones. Sometimes this happens. So since we are at a school, we sometimes have to use the same outlet again. You know, sometimes these tabs here, they break off because maybe we want to have hot to simulate, say, a garbage disposal. So that's when you would turn on this half hot with a switch, say garbage disposal. So when this happens, all you gotta do is either replace the outlet with one where the tabs aren't broken, or just install a new tab. But in our case, we're gonna install the outlet again. Okay. All right, time. We're on a time hack right now. Okay. There we are. Just remove the old one. We're gonna go ahead and grab a new one. So now here we have a brand new outlet. Go ahead and use this. All right, so the order of our work, right? We want to go ground, neutral, hot. So that's what we're gonna do. Sometimes too, it's a good way for students to figure out what went wrong is you can kind of tamper with it, and it forces them to kind of figure out, how to fix the issue. It's a good troubleshooting exercise. Gonna have to redo these. Very good. For example, maybe you can tamper with the one of the neutrals in the receptacle, and then they're forced to kind of figure out, if there's a open neutral, which does happen, like you see here, or you can remove a ground, and it forces them to identify what has a ground and what doesn't. Okay. I want to make sure everything here is solid. Okay. You want everything to be tight. Do a pull test, make sure everything doesn't come apart. If it does, just gotta tighten it down real good. Here we are. Now we're on our second neutral here. All right, so for this one, you have to re-strip, terminate again. Last thing, our hots. And again, it's a lot better when things go wrong, because the majority of the time that's the whole point. It's to fix things that go wrong. All right, there we have it. Now we're ready to test this out. So we're gonna plug this in, ready to energize our disconnect, then our panel, and there we have it. So now this one's working as it should. So very carefully, I'm gonna remove that. First, turn off all the breakers, plug this into here, turn on my breakers again. Now this one's working as it should. Top receptacle. And in addition, this one works, and we're good. And we troubleshoot it down, that one works as well. So thank you for tuning in. I'll see you next time. Hopefully you took something from today, and thank you.